I want to tell you a story about Bettina Rodriguez Aguilera. She's a 59-year-old Republican. She's a former Doral, Florida councilwoman, and she's now running for Congress in Florida to replace the retiring Ileana Ros-Lehtinen. What's the big deal? Just somebody who's running, right? Well, the big deal is that Ms. Aguilera claims that she was abducted by aliens onto their spaceship. As she tells it, she was 7 years old at the time. The aliens were blonde with big bodies. Now, I don't know if you're an alien and you're blonde, does that mean you have hair that's blonde or your skin is the color of what human blonde hair is? I don't really know. Two of the aliens were female, one was male. They visited her when she was 7 years old, abducted her onto their spaceship, and later communicated telepathically with her a number of times. She claims that instead of a normal sort of yoke or steering wheel type device, that quartz rocks are used to control the alien spaceship. She learned a number of interesting facts from the aliens, including that there are 30,000 skulls that are different from human skulls in a cave in the Mediterranean island of Malta, that the energy center of the world is in Africa, and that the Coral Castle, which is a limestone tourist attraction in Florida, is actually an ancient Egyptian pyramid. So these claims are from a few years ago. Once she started running and became, I guess, more prominent, or her name was back in the media picture, people went to her and said, hey, what about these claims that you made years ago? Do you stand by them? And she basically ducked the question by saying, listen, lots of people have reported seeing UFOs, including Ronald Reagan, which is, of course, very different than the suggestion that she saw the quartz-driven, quartz-controlled alien spacecraft firsthand when she was 7 years old. Now, this is an interesting element to the story as well. Ms. Aguilera calls herself a Christian. And I'm not sure how that sort of plays into it. And I know that some people don't like it when I say this. This is just an honest question. I'm not trying to be offensive. How is aliens visited me different from Jesus speaks to me, or Jesus died and was resurrected and went to heaven after having been born to a woman who never had sex? I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I'm actually interested in an argument that tells me how specific religious stories that have no basis in reality whatsoever beyond faith are different than aliens anally probed me or whatever. And by the way, not that anal probing is a normal subject on the David Pakman show, but I'm fascinated not by anal probing, but by the common thread that so many people who report alien abductions report that there was anal probing. And I Googled this a little bit, and there's actually quite a bit written about why that's a common trope in alien abduction stories. Like, why would an alien species that comes from the far reaches of the universe come to Earth, abduct people, and then anally probe them? Like, it's never made sense to me. Why would they do that? I've never seen a good explanation for why that would be.